2 years ago, I was bulk buying Japanese Gengar cards for 50 cents a card. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to bother grading that because it's only worth 50 cents. I'm just giving them away for free. And those cards raw now sell for $30. It's like 50 cents to $30 in 2 years. It's just crazy.
I remember rifling through the boxes over there. And like in hindsight now, it's like if you knew.
The amount of things, if hindsight of hindsight.
Like even the Lily promo, I sold my Lily promo for $10. And I graded it. It got a 10. I sold it for like 500 and they're like a grand.
That's still amazing profit. You're sitting there going, that's awesome.
Dude, I thought I was the coolest person in the world when I sold a PSA 10 Crystal Ho for $400. I was like, yes, I've made so much money.
You did at the time. You did at the time.
And I was like, no.
Hello everyone, my name's Darcy. Welcome to another Palms Off Gaming podcast. Today I'm joined by two okay guests, I guess. Two fantastic guests. Scotty and Jason from TRA. Good seeing your faces as always.
Thank you.
No dramas. Tell us a little bit about yourself, each of you, and what you guys are doing in the space and what's in the little bit on what's in the works, and we'll come around to it.
How many hours do you have? Yeah, okay.
Not that long.
I'm happy to go first. So came back into the hobby like most people, probably around about that generation set. So generation evolution, collect Venusaur. So specifically the cabbage. So I love the greenery. Greenery is very good. Besides that, I do a lot of the operation stuff behind TRA. So in terms of a lot of emails, a lot of customer service staff organization, that's what I really do. And I try and keep it all glued together.
Keep us all in line together.
I try my best.
Well, actually, no, I did say to your wife recently, you are the glue that holds it all together.
Yes, you did. So. And she still doesn't believe you.
I don't think your wife believes anything that I say, to be honest.
Like, he doesn't even father properly.
Yeah, I've seen you at events with the little guy running around just absolutely fueled on sugar.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Tommy's a wrecking ball. Just...
He's the giver of the fuel, literally. It's like, hey, little kid, come here and some candy. I was like, man, come on. I have to take him home after this.
You came up to me when I went to your store visit, when your grand opening. She was like, you're the one that gave him all the sugar. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I had to deal with it when he came home. And I'm like, no regrets. She was like,
thank God he's good looking.
Yeah. Anyway, how about yourself? What are you doing within TRA?
So I'm Jason. I'm the branding person. I would think that would be the way to say it. Branding, marketing, that kind of thing. Also come up with stupid, crazy ideas, which the others try to rein me in on.
I feel like me and you are both very
I can't
similar
just,
thread.
Like outlandish ideas, and Scott's like, Jason, that's really stupid. How about we just temper it down a little bit and then we'll run with that.
How about you remove a couple of zeros and then we can maybe talk about said product or said idea.
But no, it's been good fun. Like doing it with my two best friends is really, really nice. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
So where are you located?
Me, I live in St Kilda.
You shop.
Oh, no, the shop.
Well, we're plugging the shop.
Kilda. Well, the shop wasn't
St Kilda.
I mean, we can
find out where you live.
The shop wasn't St Kilda until like February, until we got a brand new store. That's in Bentley.
Yep. 512 Centre Road, Bentley, for everyone that's listening.
Low level, under the bottle shop.
Perfect.
For all your fun times above and all your better times below.
Yeah. Just turn into a nightclub at the end of the day.
No, it was actually really embarrassing when Kids Helpline came by recently. A children's charity rocks up and we meet them and they're like, oh, it's a shame about the upstairs. I'm like, what do you mean shame?
Exactly.
I got the kids out the back.
Yeah. And they were like, and so they took some photos and they're like, we're just going to edit that out.
They're like, we took it below just to make sure you didn't see the bottle shop because branding. I was like, yep, cool. It's a very good idea.
Yeah.
But it's been really fun. It's been really nice to have the store. Like, one thing that we didn't think about going into it, and like one of our friends, Alan, said this recently, is like just how much it's reinvigorated all of our love of collecting. And like one thing that I found really hard over the past 3 years, like running TRA, is like when something goes from being a hobby to being a money making venture, you cross a line where it's it loses a little bit of the fun.
Yeah,
and especially when it becomes like really, really high stakes, and like there was like lots of issues throughout COVID. I know you guys experience like issues with like shipping times and that kind of stuff. So all those little stresses make it a bit harder. But one of the things that's been really nice about the store is everyone's had this like collecting passion reinvigorated because we're all hanging out with our friends a lot more often.
Yeah.
So like, that's actually been a really, really nice thing.
And we're very lucky in terms of the people who run the store. So luckily we've got a fantastic admin team behind the TRA Collective. So Gabe, who has his own business in his own rights, runs that, does a fantastic job in the 9 to 5. And then we've also got Luke Murphy and Chris Tannehill, which Chris and Gabe have both been on the pod. Great people. And I think we've got a really good team surrounded that place. So we're very lucky. We're Jason and I could probably deal with a few of the more future things and then keep the present with the people who really can manage the present.
Yep. Yeah. And how does it work having, you know, all these different people, these different businesses? Have you found a nice way to
we
go
found
about
like
it,
a
or
nice,
still troubleshooting?
I was going to say, what do you mean it works? Like, it's like any business.
It was stressful. It was stressful trying to come up with a way for it to work. Like in the months leading up to it, like it was like, you know, a month before the store opening. And we still hadn't figured out how we were going to properly fit it out with, you know, we've got like a vendor system running.
Yes.
Where like everyone's in control of their own little niche. Like, you know, Gabe does raws and he does graded cards really, really well. And then like Luke, he like really focuses around like, you know, Pokemon sealed product or like, you know, Whis boxes and, you know, Magic boxes, that kind of stuff. So everyone's got their little niche. And, you know, we got like Super Dragon Ball Heroes, Jake Del Marco's in there.
Yeah.
So it's really nice having it all split up that way. So everyone kind of takes their little bit of share of the burden. I think it actually reduces the stress for everyone, to be honest.
Well, I mean, it's hard. Like this has come up before on the potty, just to a very shallow surface level, but like it's such a big industry with multiple different sets, multiple different companies doing, you know, different TCGs and all that sort of stuff. So it's hard to really, sounds like you've got more specialized people working there, and it's great. You'd rather have a person that specializes in one thing, knows 90% of what's going on, than having only one person or a couple of people that have a rough idea across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so one of the good things with that is I've spoken to some other friends who are running stores, and one of the things they found really hard was only having one or two people working there. It was just too much for one person. Like, you know, there's obviously like, it's not just, you know, you open a card shop with some cards in and sell some cards like a lot of people think it is. Like there is so much work that goes on behind the scenes with like stock management, inventory management, keeping the shop clean, overheads. Yeah. So by having, I think we've got like 5 or 6 people who really work there. And 3 of them are full-time, and then like the other 2, like 2 or 3 are part-time as well. I think just spreading that load out really effectively has helped keep it running quite well.
It also means as well, we have multiple avenues as well. So unlike, say, for example, at EB Games, it only has one avenue in terms of what they do. Having the multiple different people in there means that you'll come in looking for Pokemon, you see Dragon Ball. Like that person's completely separate to the Pokemon person, but it's still available for purchase. So it just means we can capture a wider audience of people and don't have to really worry about that only one avenue to profit. Because at the end of the day, we want to keep it as low as possible to ensure the community does a great job, enjoys the store. But at the end of the day, we still need to keep the lights on. So it's always nice to know that we don't have to rely on that one place. And to Jason's point, that's where the stress comes in, where you've only got that one avenue. And what happens if this set's delayed, or you have like multiple invoices due on the same time for 7 different sets? It can get very hectic. So we're very glad, I think, the setup we have.
Yeah. It's also high admin as well, because there's just so many different pricing trends that happen. It's crazy. Keeping up with it is nuts. Like it's impossible. I would be safe to say, if anybody out there can maintain a knowledge base, an articulate knowledge base across like basic, like, you know, Dragon Ball or the core TCGs, and you can do it by yourself, call me. I'd love to know who you are and how your mind works.
There's so much to do. There's so much to do. And like that's where we're lucky. It's like, you know, like Gabe's obviously like an encyclopedia of Pokemon knowledge. So it's really handy having him on board. But then like Luke Murphy's blown me away. Like his knowledge about like other products, like, you know, Whis, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, like so many different TCGs. And I think we would really struggle if it was just people who knew Pokemon.
Correct.
And I think we're really lucky that we've got a really diverse team with lots and lots of knowledge.
Yeah.
I think that's what's helped catapult us to where we are.
I think a lot of friends as well. Like we have a lot of friends in different areas who know a lot of different things about different products. So if we don't know something, we have someone who we can contact straight away and go, hey, I have no idea on this. Do you know about it? Yep, 100% we do. Perfect.
Take it away. Touching on friends, I think that's why we're succeeding as well, is because we've gone into it as like a group of 6 friends. It's not like we've hired people as just staff and they're just employees. Like we're all like banding together like a family. Yeah. And like when we started TRA, like TRA Collective like 4 years ago, like that was the whole idea. It was like we're a big, tight-knit like family member, like community group. And I think that's what's helped us get to the stage where we are now, is we're all feeding off each other, wanting to succeed. So it helps me that kind of family mindset.
100%.
Yeah. Like everybody has their own individual drive. I feel like that's where a lot of businesses are going these days, whether it be tattooing, piercing, trading cards, all that sort of stuff. A lot of people, if they have a vested interest in the business and your opinion notably matters, then the input's going to be great. And not only that, but there's only one of you. So like you can only establish and nurture a set amount of relationships with people throughout your life, like whether it be business, personal, or family sort of thing. So you have a much larger positive network having 6 passionate people building a store rather than one person with employees. They're like, oh yeah, if you come in, that's great. They're not like super.
Well, that's what we noticed over the past few years. Like up until February, like, you know, the grading side of things was run out of my house. So there was mainly just
a 3-man
like
operation.
Scott, Ken, and I like trying to do all the orders. We did like 60,000 cards in 2 years. Like it was crazy. Yeah, trying to do that on top of full-time work. Like, you know, Scott's got his job, Ken's got his job, I've got my career.
Correct.
So like just the ability of having a space where, you know, now we can hire more staff members, we can bring in more team members, we can all help like share the load. Yeah. Just makes it so much. Like I actually love collecting again now. Yeah. It's actually really nice. I've gone from the middle of last year being really burnt out and everything seeming like a chore or a burden. So now it's like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, what cards am I going to buy today? Like it's a really, really nice change.
When you have money.
Yeah. Hey, I bought a $4 card today. That was my spending.
$4 is a meal for my child.
Tell you about my weekend. I told the boys about it. I just went absolutely ballistic on the weekend. I just bought so much. Yeah.
Nice. I've been investing a lot lately, but like not buying personal collection stuff. Yeah. Just like investing into smart choices. Like just bought up a bunch of Disney stuff. So
yeah, that's what I've been doing a bit, buying. Yeah. I bought a bunch of V-Star, which might reprint again, I reckon, because it's just continually being so popular, but you never know. And then a bunch of Starbirth boxes.
Oh, nice.
Because of the Japanese market.
Japanese market's gone.
Particularly like the waifu cards. And like, it's in Cynthia is like a massive chase card, like a character as well.
Correct.
Like it's Umbreon coupled with like the strongest Elite Four.
Correct. And done the test of time.
In one card, and then Starbirth was a full art training card of that. So I was like, and that was, I bought a few copies at like $50, and then they've gone up to like 100 now if you can find one. Yeah. And then I'm like, all right, I'll just buy the boxes because it's all Arceus and Charizard or her in the box. So I'm like, great, awesome, sweet. Buy it, put them aside. So I got a bunch of them. But yeah, personal cards. I'm trying to. I've moved away from Pokemon a while ago. I used to collect the dogs.
Dragon Ball.
It's mainly Dragon Ball now.
Yeah.
Trader.
Still some bits and pieces that I enjoy.
No, you have some beautiful dog cards. Beautiful dog cards.
I've still maintained a large collection of that. Like I only sold a couple off to buy some other bits and pieces, personal collection sort of related stuff for Dragon Ball. But yeah, still got them all.
Your last up with us was very Dragon Ball heavy.
Oh, huge! Very Dragon Ball heavy. Yeah.
I was like, you don't love Pokemon anymore. It's gone.
I just like the print quality of Dragon Ball way more. Yeah, I've discussed that a few times. I think it's just they're just such good cards to look at. Like they're so complicated.
The foil texturing is just unreal.
Even the common cards just look amazing. It's just when you got an art and it's just on point, it's just going to go. And as you're saying, you transferred everything. Yeah. So it just looks
Some of the Pokemon arts I really enjoy these days. Like
some of the new ones are looking really cool.
Zoroark, that art from V-Star is really cool.
Have you seen the new one for 151, the Polywell? Yeah. Where he's just looking at himself.
We were talking about that literally about 2 hours ago.
I literally feel that guy's got a lot of thoughts going through his head. And he needs a lot of reflection time.
Yeah. But some of the artworks for that look like crazy. And even now, like the box prices are just nuts. Like people are taking pre-orders for like minimum 200 for that thing. And it's just like...
For 151. Wow.
Yeah, but not long gone are the days where you used to get a booster box for like $75.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know, right?
I used to really put myself like $75.
Remix bout. That was just me literally cracking remix bout.
So you got all that remix bout.
Yeah, I saw, and it's just remix bout. I'll just go another and another and another, and literally bulk goes away. Just kept all the trios, the doubles. That's it. And then, gosh, look at that now. It's just nuts.
It's like when we were the high class tag came out, like gold box. Me and Jack bought like 20 each. So we still got like 14 each at home. We've cracked a few.
No, Japanese Gengars in the past like 12 months have just gone crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Like I bought a bunch direct from Japan last year, I think for $1,000 for like, you know, almost 100 cards. And those 100 cards now would be worth like, you know, 8-9 grand to buy raw. That's not even graded. It's just gone insane.
Yeah, I think people really know what they have now. I think the Japanese market was a really big untapped. You go into from Japan, you can find so many things. Now they know what they have.
Yeah. Well, I remember, like, even then, it's just extrapolated. I mean, people can date check. If anybody knows this, the 5th of June, right, is when we recorded this. And literally on the weekend, just overnight, shit like 5x, 6x.
Yeah.
Overnight.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of it's Dream League related.
Yes.
But like I had a night where like I half my promo Pikachus just sold on our website, just to reshipping addresses or just in Japan. I just get so many messages. Do you ship to Japan? Do you ship to Japan? It's crazy to think that we'll buy this from Japan, import it, send it back over to America, grade it, bring it back here, and then it ends up shipping back to Japan.
Yeah, and that's the reason why PSA opened up a office in Japan, because they just knew the potential of what it could be.
Yeah.
And it's just absolutely exploding.
It's nuts. I remember when I went over there a few years, like it was so cool. You just go in there, go crazy, you just shop heaps of stuff there. And from what I'm hearing now, they're just like, it's barren. Like it's so barren. It's crazy. I'm just like, wow. All right.
Yeah. Gabe just got back from Japan.
Didn't they say that mainland Japan ran out of Pokemon cards to sell or something? Wasn't there some crazy article about that? Booster boxes or something?
Stuff like that, yeah.
Like there was all the suppliers were completely tapped out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And shops as well have put up signs saying they don't want to sell to adults now. It's only to kids.
Yeah. It's like, no. Gabe said that when he was over in Japan recently.
A lot of people are saying that they won't sell to foreigners now as well.
Oh, wow.
Like they were like, that's what I've heard anyway. It's like what I've seen online and stuff like that. Apparently people have said like, oh yeah, because I didn't have a Japanese residency. They're trying to crack down on the exports of it as well. That's why you've got all these people from Japan propping up on these groups online just trying to sell stuff.
There's a whole group dedicated to that.
Yes. Yep.
It's like those EVs. You see the EV promos that came out with the Umbreon and all those? They came out for 2 days because literally they had a Target Walmart-esque experience in Japan. And you never thought that how nice the Japanese people are and how polite that you'll get to a level where people will run into stores and try and get these cards and resell them. It's just insane. So those boxes now, $300 to $400 just for those boxes.
About a week after release.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just nuts. Yeah. And as a promo.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Just insane.
Different times.
It is.
Madly different times.
We bought some of those. What's that set releasing in November? The 150 Ultimate Box?
The 151?
No, not the 151 booster boxes. There's that set coming out. It's like the remake of the base set.
Yeah, you got gold cards or something like that.
The gold cards. And like we bought some of those recently, and that was all lottery based, wasn't it?
Correct.
And we had to buy them on the secondary market, and I think we were paying like $660 for a box of that.
Jesus.
And I think retail was like $200 or $300. So on the secondary market, it's already $660, and we're still 6 months away from release.
Correct. And that's
so ours could get cancelled at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's super stressful.
That's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You just literally have it in multiple pies, and hopefully one of them gets baked and you actually get to eat some good pie.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just massive. Like I just never thought that it'd be scalped over in Japan that heavily. It's crazy.
It just blows my mind because, 2 years ago, like I was bulk buying Japanese Gengar cards for 50 cents a card.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm not going to bother grading that because it's only worth 50 cents. I'm just giving them away for free. And those cards raw now sell for $30.
Yeah.
It's like 50 cents to $30 in 2 years. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I remember rifling through the boxes over there, and like in hindsight now, it's like if you knew, like it's just hindsight's a bitch, right?
Yeah.
Like,
the amount of things, if hindsight.
Oh yeah. Like even the Lily promo, I sold my Lily promo I bought it for like $10. I bought the thing for $10 and I graded it. It got a 10. I sold it for like 500, and they're like a grand.
And that's still amazing profit. You're sitting there going, that's awesome.
Dude, I thought I was the coolest person in the world when I sold a PSA 10 Crystal Ho for $400. I was like, yes, I've made so much money.
You did at the time. And
I was like, no.
Poor soul.
Goodbye, my house.
And like the birthday Pikachu promo. I sold on a PSA 10 for like $150.
Me and
Jack, I was like, I'm the best.
Jack and I had multiple copies in English, multiple copies in Japanese for the birthday Pikas, and we sold them all for like $360 each.
Yeah, it makes me sick.
We probably had like 40 copies collectively between the two of them.
It makes me sick. Now they're worth like $3-4 grand each.
Yeah.
That's where you just close your eyes and get the blinkers like the horses and just never look back. Just keep going.
I mean, like, we've already established a few times on the potty, but like we wouldn't be here where we are now if we didn't make the decisions that we did. I'm pretty happy.
I've got to buy a house, all that sort of things.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not all bad, but just hindsight. It's crazy.
I mean, it is still pretty bad.
Yeah. It still sucks.
Try to end on a good note. It's still pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's just like,
still hurts. Still hurts.
Rub it in. Anyway, TRACON.
Yes.
No,
what is it?
TRACON.
Trying to be edgy, bro.
TRACON.
There's been multiple ways that have been said.
Yeah.
And it just makes me laugh every time. It's like, TRACON. Very nice and simple. It's like, TRACON or it's TRACON. I was like, no, it's
Tracheon.
Tracheon. Oh, now
we're talking about
bougie.
Pokemon.
Bougie.
Tell us a little bit about it. What's going on? Who's going to be there?
We are super pumped.
Yeah.
So the whole reason we started our entire grading business 4 years ago was for TRACON. That is the whole reason we got into this
Long-term goal.
very, very long-term process of eventually getting to TRACON. And it was frustrating because COVID just kept killing it.
Yes.
Every time we tried to organize it, it would be lockdown and then cancel the event and then lockdown, cancel the event. So now we're finally to the stage where we can actually publicly say this is happening. It's been like, 4 years planning?
Correct.
And we bring some amazing artists. So we've got Federico Missetti, who's an Italian artist. He does a lot of flesh and blood artwork.
Yeah.
And some of his
fab
cards
stuff.
are gorgeous. Like I just got one in the mail to hopefully get signed by him. Ursa the Reaper. It's this awesome Grim Reaper card.
That's cool.
So he does some cool cards. And Livia Prima, she's massive in the Magic community. You might have seen an article maybe last week that was put out. She's done the 6 Magic the Gathering artworks for Lord of the Rings, showing like you put the cards together and it shows like a thing for Bilbo's birthday party.
That's sick.
And
it looks really
the
awesome.
artwork is just like, it's this beautiful cross between like a fable cross with like a kid's story picture.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful artwork. And then Billy Christian, her husband, he does a lot of Magic work as well.
And
He's
fab
coming.
as well.
And I think he does some fab stuff.
Correct. Both of them have dabbled in fab.
So those 3 are coming. There is a Pokemon artist coming. We can't say who.
When are you going to say? When are you going to say?
Probably end of this month. Yeah. We just want to tidy up a few things before making it 100% official. But they are the big one.
Not for you, Dragon Ball fan. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just,
I mean, you probably wouldn't care.
Yeah,
too much.
exactly.
But
it's not
a lot of people in our community will probably know who we're bringing.
Yes.
Yeah, I imagine so.
That's why we think that this is 100% worth what we're charging for the tickets.
And even still, like what we try to do is really make it affordable for the people. At the end of the day, we want to get as many people through the doors. We want to get as many vendors out, as many artists, as many cosplayers, as many people actually in the event. So when we actually went through all the pricing and planning, I specifically made sure that we were cheaper than a lot of people just to ensure that everyone can come in, kids under the age of 13 free.
Yeah.
Like we just wanted to ensure that people come in, people can play, people can learn, because at the end of the day, the TCG community is all about learning. And it's the older people teaching the newer generation. And that makes me feel really old now.
Yeah.
But it's true.
No, it is true. And it's also about helping the younger generation. So we're really lucky. Kids Helpline, they're our major charity partner. Their CEO recently came down and visited our store in Bentley.
Yep.
And she was blown away. Like we've raised $110,000 for them over the past 2 years, I think it is.
Yes.
And they're blown away with how much we're helping. So they're joining TRACON as like a major charity sponsor.
That's fantastic.
So there's going to be like a big booth like right inside the front door, just really, and like throughout the event, we'll be doing charity auctions for Kids Helpline. We're going to get them up on stage doing a talk. So we know there's going to be lots of kids there. And we've noticed like a lot of the kids who frequent our store, they say how nice it is to have this really safe space where, a lot of them might get bullied at school. And they can come to our store and they can hang out with us. They can hang out with other kids. And it's just this really nice, safe, comfortable environment.
Yeah.
And we're trying to bring that to TRACON on a massive scale. Like one of the things that TRA has really pushed over the past few years is like this big sense of camaraderie, friendship, community, family. And we want to make our convention feel like that as well. So we want people to rock up like, like Palms Off is coming on as a sponsor, as a major sponsor.
Surprise.
Major sponsor.
Just saying, you got to see the P more.
It's like, we want all our friends to come along and just have fun and like, have these opportunities that we don't normally get in Australia. Like a big, massive convention really happens like, for pop culture, that kind of stuff,
Correct.
Video gaming, that kind of thing, television, TV shows. There hasn't been one for cards. And we all love cards, whether it be Dragon Ball cards, meh.
Emotional, damn it!
Or Pokemon cards, or
We do
or
love you,
Yu-Gi-Oh
but-
cards. But
Not at the same time.
and we just want all of our friends to have this awesome time and have fun.
Yeah.
We're going to donate a portion of the profits to Kids Helpline as well.
Fantastic.
Really looking forward to
The
it.
110,000 is more than some governments
So
give
they-
them,
when
which
they
is
came to
really
visit us,
scary.
They said like that's more than the Victorian government donated to them.
It's insane when you hear those things because obviously mental health is massive at the moment. And
massive.
obviously how to put people through things. People are going through some really hard times. So to hear that they're not being supported when they're an absolutely fantastic cause and a real outrage for kids.
Particularly with kids, because that's where developmental changes happen the most. That's probably
100%.
where it is where you can stop it.
They feel the most vulnerable because they're going through all these changes, their body, their voice, everything.
And school sucks for some people as well.
Yeah.
Like,
it's gonna be
pretty
great.
brutal.
So they're gonna have a few volunteers there on the day handing out some, like, we're gonna do up show bags, and they're looking at hopefully bringing a counsellor down.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
To have like a counsellor, mainly not just for the kids, but also for the parents to talk to as well.
Yeah.
Because I know that some of the parents who come to our store as well, they've said, like, how do I engage my kids better? Like, it's nice that you guys offer this space for the kids, and how can they get more involved as well? And like my partner, like her boss at work has got into Pokemon cards through the store and like to support her kids. And I think that kind of stuff's amazing. Like just hearing all those little tiny stories about how people are engaging with their kids more, or they're engaging with like their friends more because of it. It's a really nice community to be a part of.
And that to us is more important than the bottom line at the end of the
100%.
day. I think TRA in general has always been about community first, last and always, is that we really value this community. We want to watch it grow. We don't want it to get hurt. We don't care about the profits. We only care about keeping the lights on so that people can come into the store. That's the only thing that we care about.
I think that's one of the reasons why we have been so successful. Like, I don't need this to work to make money. Either does Scotty, either does Ken. Like, we're here literally just to have fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, we enjoy doing it so much, is because, there's not that sense of drive for us of needing to massively generate profits. Like, we can sacrifice profit margins to make people have more fun.
Yeah.
And I really, really like that fact about us.
You were absolutely happy as Larry giving away free packs on opening days. You were almost throwing them at
I
children.
love giving away free stuff. It's like, it makes me.
Then the kids come back and ask us for eBay solds on them.
Yeah. No. So
True.
the kids at the store are hustlers.
Oh,
You give them a free slab and then they try and sell it back to you for $10.
So they get it. They get it from Jason. Then go across to Gabe and like, hey, how much can you get? Like, didn't you just get that from Jason? It's like
they don't even wait till the next day. They literally do it in the space of 10 minutes. It's hilarious to watch. Like, kudos to them. If I hadn't had that mindset when I was their age, I'd be a millionaire. I could retire by now.
Just flipping at
So
the age
kudos
of
to
9.
them. Like, literally.
Yeah.
So
There are some very big entrepreneurs in that store. I can tell you that.
Little entrepreneurs.
Oh my god!
Like little entrepreneurs with big personalities.
100%.
That's
So
fantastic.
fantastic.
You got to have a big personality.
Fantastic. The kids are hilarious. Like on school holidays, they're literally knocking on the door 10 minutes before opening. Like, please let us in, and they stay there for the whole 8 hours.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And it's I never thought, like, I've always envisioned card shops of like the big box card shops, like
EB Games
EB
and stuff
Games
like
where you
that.
walk
Yeah.
in, you buy your cards, and you leave.
Transactional.
Like transactional. I've never been part of a card shop where you go in and you just stay there the whole day.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people have given us that feedback. Like, it's just a nice place to hang out. Like, we have trade days. I think we had one recently with like, we had 50 or 60 people in the store at one time.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And it's like standing room only. And that just blows my mind that so many people in, like, it's only been 3 months.
Yeah.
That so many people are just treating it like a second home.
Yes.
And I love that. I love seeing the smile on everyone's faces when they're literally just walking around the store hanging out with people.
Yeah.
I think everyone rides the pack openings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Someone buys a box, you got a crowd of 5 people over them. And it's like,
Everyone starts cheering them on and clapping when they get pulls, and it's fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah, that's very wholesome.
And then we grade them.
Yeah.
Then we take their cards back.
And then we send them away to a strange place. They come back in plastic. It's amazing.
Oh, fantastic. What else is happening at TRACon that we can look forward to? Anything that you can plug? It's fantastic about obviously charity events and all that sort of stuff, but what other offerings are going to be there? What can people look forward to seeing there? You mentioned ticket pricing as well.
Yes.
How much are tickets first and foremost, and then we can go into what you can get with said ticket.
So we've got a couple of different ranges depending on what you're after. $249 is for the VIP, and you got $50 for a full weekend or $29 for a general admission.
Yep.
So weekend's really good. We wanted people to experience both days. It'll be different opportunities. So again, some of those artists will be doing some live drawing. I'll be doing some Q&As, which are really cool. Cosplay competitions, all those types of things. But
I'm excited for the cosplay competition.
what are you dressing as?
Myself. No, but like I've never been to a convention before.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always working at the hospital when there's a bloody convention on. So it's nice to be able to go to one.
Yes.
And see what other people get to see at all these other ones.
Yeah,
and I'm
people
really
get hyped
excited for the
about.
cosplay competition. I've never seen something
Did
like that.
you see the photo of the Snorlax?
Yeah.
That was in our
Yeah,
store.
yeah.
So that was again a cosplayer just coming in, having a chat, and then all of a sudden, again, a wild Snorlax just appeared. It's like opening day, where literally I was going through the video for opening day.
Someone came in a giant Pikachu costume.
I literally was like, where was I? I didn't see this happen at all. Where was this person? They go, yeah, they walked in the front door in a giant Pikachu outfit. How could you miss it? And I go,
No, they just left.
I don't know how I missed that. But in terms of TRACON, TCGs is probably one of the big things that we're looking to do. So again, Pokemon tournament, Flesh and Blood tournament, Grand Archive, which is a new Kickstarter TCG that's come out. They just had their first release, and they're going to do their second, which is really exciting. They're the confirmed ones that we can definitely speak about. So pricing is going to be amazing.
Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering, yes. Again, I was actually just on the phone to Wizards.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
So yes, Magic the Gathering is also going to be there as well. So we're going to try and tie in as many of the signing artists or the people coming to look at their art with TCGs at the same point. Because at the end of the day, if you, again, love the art of a card, you can get it signed by that person. So there'll be some cool price support.
We also got like an artist gallery.
Yes.
So there's like these 18 to 25 booths or so we're putting up where artists can come and like put a little display up of their own art.
Yeah.
So we've got like sculptors, we've got caricature artists, we've got just people who do landscapes, like people who make handmade art, all those kind of things. So that's going to be really interesting to see as well. It's like a little marketplace for artwork.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I like that.
Yeah.
Palms Off Gaming's going to be there. You could buy some merchandise.
You can buy some Dragon Ball cards.
Creepy dweebs would run Palms Off Game. Dweebs. Nah, sick.
And then we're going to have like a big, like massive, obviously like a TCG marketplace. So
Yes.
we're looking to have probably 30, 40 big booths.
Yeah.
And not just Pokemon. Like we're Pokemon specialists.
Yep.
But we're reaching out to other communities as well. We're going to have a few of the LGSs come from around Melbourne, and then some of the the online vendors. I think some interstate vendors are going to come as well.
Yep.
So that'll be good fun. And obviously the TCG tournaments. So
I
really
think
exciting.
we've been really lucky with the people. Again, we've obviously trickled out information. I think there's a lot of people who've obviously wanted to jump on board really early, which is awesome. And I think there's some great opportunity to see a lot of different things. We're not just every single person selling Pokemon. There'll be Magic, there'll be Pops, there'll be pins, there'll be buttons, there'll be a whole bunch of different things, which would be really awesome. And the good thing for us is that unlike other cons, sorry everyone, they're not going to be priced out.
Yeah.
Which means they can come in, it's affordable, because also speaking to a lot of people, and this is what we've done, I think, really well, and I'm putting plaudits onto us, but we've asked the community for help. So it's not just, let's just do this and think this is going to be awesome. How do you feel about this? Is this going to work? What actually is done well at this con? What's not been done well at this con? And we've really taken that feedback and tried to cater it to people so they have a great experience.
Yep.
So again, similar to what the store is, similar to what our mantra is that it's not just a big box company trying to push something on. We want input, we want feedback, because again, we're going to make the next one, the one after that, the next store that we open even bigger. I'm sorry, I'm kind of divulging a lot of...
No, but seriously, so like even like we've got the space to have 5,000 people through a day at TRACON, and we personally don't want that many. Like we're only catering for around 1,000 to 2,000 people a day, because we want that really small grassroots kind of feeling. We want people to go there and not be like so overwhelmed. Like there's so much product that it's all expensive. Like, there's just too much to do.
Yep.
We want people to be able to come and across the 2 days, be able to sample literally everything that we have on offer.
Yep.
And then, maybe next year grow it a bit bigger as well.
Yeah.
But still want to start off with that small kind of vibe.
We tried at the start, then all of a sudden a lot of people saying yes to everything.
Yeah. It's turned from maybe we're going to have one artist and one tournament to now there's 5 artists and 6 tournaments and 30 vendors.
I was saying to Darcy
and
earlier.
it's just snowballing and getting a lot bigger.
I was saying to Darcy earlier, I was like, there was a lot of times where we're like, hey, you want to come to this? Expecting they'd say no, and maybe we'd start some conversation for next year or whatever.
And everyone just keeps saying yes.
Okay, we're down.
Yeah.
Okay,
As Scott
that's
said,
great.
like, this morning,
I wasn't prepared for this.
as Scott said, this morning we're on the phone to Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
And last week we were talking to CGC, and the previous week we were talking to the Grand Archive developers. So, there's lots of conversations happening that we're actually surprised are happening. And I think that a lot of feedback from a lot of people, like even one of the feedbacks last night was everyone's impressed with just how professional it looks.
Yes.
Yep.
100%.
And we've always put that behind our brand for the past 3 years as well. Like what we do is premium professional.
Correct.
And we want this to go off quite well as well.
Yeah, we don't want to half-ass anything. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it properly. And then if it's going to cost us money, that's fine. As long as it comes out at the end, everyone wins, then we're okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like it's shaping up to be a fun event.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty pumped.
I mean, hence why we're sponsoring it. We didn't believe in it. We wouldn't be.
Yeah,
We didn't bully them at all. It was literally just.
I wasn't held by a knife at knife point.
No.
We went waterboarded. Give me money. Give me money.
I know you've got some. Come on.
How many buns do you sell?
No, it'll be an extremely fun event. I'm very proud of you guys. I know you've been talking about it for a long time because I've known you guys for quite a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke to you about it probably like 3-4 years ago.
Yes.
When before we'd even actually dreamt up TRA.
When we started the affiliate program, I think was when we started to really go out.
So that's cool to see it finally come to fruition.
Finally come to fruition.
And look at both of us now.
Sorry?
Look at both of it. Look at both of us businesses
Who would
now.
have thought? I mean,
Pat on the back for everyone.
Yeah,
Just got more wrinkles.
So,
It's true.
You mentioned VIP tickets as well.
Yes.
What will people get out of that?
That's actually something we're really excited about. A lot of the feedback from conventions overseas is people just been getting really frustrated about lining up for 18 hours and not getting an autograph from someone.
Mm-hmm.
And especially for something of this caliber where it's like, it's the first time happening in Australia where we've got multiple TCG artists coming out. We want to make sure that people don't miss out. So all the premium tickets, which is VIP and above, we're doing a concierge line service where we're literally going to have it so we will hold your spot in line whilst you walk around enjoying the convention, and then we will call you on your phone when you're 5 people from the front. And then you will literally you'll line up for your 30 minutes to get through those last 5 people, get your autographs done, and if you want to line up again, you can put your name down, you go to the bottom of the line, then you go back and you keep walking around the convention. So you can go play in tournaments, you can go watch the cosplay competition, you can
What's the contingency plan for people that don't pick up their phone like myself?
I'll find you.
Then you lose your spot in line. That's
find
not my problem. That's not my problem. It'll be a text message and a phone call.
Fantastic.
Is what we're aiming
and then
for.
if there's a Palms Off Gaming shirt walking around, I'll tackle him and just say, get in line, get in there,
and give me your money.
waterboard.
Because that was the big thing. Like, why would we spend all this time putting all this effort into getting these vendors in, getting these artists in,
enjoy it.
if people can't actually go and enjoy it?
Yes.
Fair enough.
And that's the big thing that we're promoting with the VIP system is literally just that concierge service.
Yeah.
And you have access to multiple lines as well. So it's not just the one person. So say, for example, every artist will have a VIP line. Everyone will be able to go through and do what you need. There's no special treatment. I think that's probably one of the biggest things when we started this is that this is not just a one artist event now. This is multiple artists. Everyone needs to be treated fairly.
It's not just a Pokemon convention.
100%.
It's a card convention.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've really enjoyed it as well because obviously Pokemon's what I know. But in the past 6 to 12 months, I've started to pick up love for new TCGs. Like now I'm buying Whis cards and now I'm buying Dragon Ball cards more.
Yeah, you damn right you are.
And now I'm buying like recently I bought some Magic the Gathering and Flesh and Blood cards, and I've never bought Magic and Fab cards.
Beautiful arts.
And the artwork's unreal.
Yeah,
and
really cool.
I've been really struggling lately to figure out what to collect because I reached the stage where I own all the Pokemon cards I want. And now having this opportunity of buying new amazing, as Scott said, artworks, this card's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's been really fun as well. So I've really enjoyed the fact that TRACON's opened up more collecting doors for me. Yeah. And I'm hoping that for every single person who comes through the door, they leave TRACON at the end of the weekend with a new collecting hobby.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be really awesome
or
to see.
Or a new game to play. And that's
or a new game to play.
That's the next thing for you.
Or they make a new friend to collect cards with.
Yes.
That's what I want. Everyone who comes in leaves with something new at the end of the weekend.
Because funnily enough, I've never actually played a proper TCG before. I play Grand Archive.
Do you play Pokemon?
No,
I used to play Pokemon.
Really?
I started playing at Next Level Games in Ringwood.
Yes.
Oh, my locals.
That used to be my local when I was living in Ringwood.
Yeah.
Great store.
Yeah.
Great store. I think Andy is the owner. He does a great job with that store.
Yeah. They got general games now as well.
I think it's general games. And I used to go there and play Pokemon sometimes. Get rolled.
I love
Turbo
walking
Darkrai.
I love walking in and seeing the play zone for people, and particularly when they're actually busy and just have a bunch of people just having a good time. It's just fantastic to see.
Yeah,
So,
that was really important for us in the design of the store as well when we did it. It's just to show that there's areas to sit and come out and chill out. It's not just literally walls of product and you look at your walls of product and you walk out. So I think that was a really big thing we took from a lot of other places.
I remember when we looked at the store space last October, November, we were like, oh, this is huge. And now it's been 3 months since opening. We're already like,
we need more.
We need a bigger store.
Yeah.
But we've put so much effort into getting this one open. Now it's trying to think of ways to be creative with the space that we have.
Yeah, I can't paint a whole nother store again.
Yeah, no.
That's not possible.
We can't carpet another store like that. So we did all the renovations
My knees
ourselves.
hurt.
We did all the renovations for that store ourselves. So Gabe literally was there like 10 hours a day for 2 months.
Poor man.
Like Scott was there laying carpet, painting walls. Like all of us were chipping in.
Yep.
And I think that's one of the reasons why like we love the store so much. Because it's not like we've paid someone to come in and renovate it. Like we literally blood, sweat and tears the store to where it is today.
Yeah.
And that's why I ensured we had thicker skirts to ensure I covered up all the carpet cuts that I did incorrectly. I was like, just get a thicker skirt, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh, you figured out troubleshooting. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Just troublemaking and fixing.
Yeah.
That's probably the big thing.
Yeah. I know that too well.
That donkey is such a bad influence on you.
Very good. Well, that's fantastic. I'm really, really keen to be there at the event. Really keen to see how it unfolds. And I'm sure I'll be dragging along everybody in our office to come along.
I'd love to see them all.
It'll be really, really good. So before we tuck into some cards, is there anything you guys would like to plug or talk about prior or?
No, just keep on the eye on the Facebook page. Both obviously TRA and the TRA store. Plays really starting up in the next couple of months. There'll be some more events coming out. We've got the Magic release, which is the LOTR.
Oh, I'm so
which is
keen for that.
huge.
Yeah,
I'm so keen for that. Pre-release is not this coming weekend, next weekend on the Saturday at 2.
Yeah.
So I will be down
imagine
there.
if someone pulls a ring.
Oh, mate, if that's the case, that someone pulls a ring, then
we will need to
we'll be
give
going
them
to the
like
bottle
an armed escort home.
Dead
like,
set.
like it's such an expensive card.
Yeah,
I think
it's
there's a standing offer of $1.5 million on that card before the set has even opened.
I thought it was 150.
No, someone's put it up. I think someone said it was something stupid.
I
like
thought
$1
the original
million.
offer was 150, and the terms were that you can't tell anybody that you've pulled it until I have it.
I
and
saw
have
one
paid you.
recently. It was for 6 figures. No,
Well, there
7
you go.
figures. Sorry, 7
Yeah,
figures.
well, someone's upped it then. Yeah, I was like, that's pretty dodgy not to mention it because you would want to promote what you've got, what you have. To
No, it's because
have
that
have a
person.
sort of
Like
bidding.
I said to my partner, like if I pulled that card, I wouldn't tell anyone. I'd put it in my safe, and then I'd buy up every single collector's box.
That's dodgy.
I would buy up every single collector's box I could find. I would sit on them and just slowly sell them because the price will go up higher and higher because no one's going to pull the card because it's in my safe. And I would literally just retire on collector's boxes.
That's very smart. That's actually criminally
And
smart.
if the person who pulls it doesn't do that, you're a fucking idiot.
Whoa! Wow! That's actually
That is the best way to make money.
And that's podcast.
we cut that entire thing. Oh well, we're gonna open these. We're not gonna pull a ring, but tell us what you bought for us and what we can pull.
Scarlet and Violet base. So again, any of the Terraform cards like the Gyarados, the Arcanine's really beautiful. There's always a full art trainer, which is really cool. And then we've got some Panini Contender. So really cool set, just a couple of packs. You can pull some patch autos, which is really cool. So something that both Darcy and Jace has no real idea.
I've never
in.
opened
So
a sports card in my life.
and anyone holding a ball in this position is normally pretty good because
And
they're a
NR
quarterback.
at the top or NL? What is it?
RC, that's rookie card. Rookie card.
I had no idea. Last potty I had to open basketball cards because Jack was away. He's our
Yes, he was telling me
basketball
about
man.
that.
And I'm like opening basketball cards. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I can't wait to get flamed online.
This is a really cool basketball card.
Yeah.
He's holding a card.
Dude, he's doing that thing that he does.
He's dwibbling?
Yeah.
Dwibbling?
All right. So are we opening one of these each or are we opening everything? What's the
We're opening
plan?
everything.
No, it's open.
opening everything.
We own a card store, dude. We're opening everything.
Yeah,
This
right.
is not just for looks.
Fantastic.
It actually has blown my mind in the past few months how many Pokemon cards I've opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because just like the access now, I was saying to all my friends like
I
at
don't trust
work,
myself
like
with my cards.
the access that we get to.
When Ken came down, Ken is just, oh my God, I've never had this much access to packs in my life. Just add it to my total.
I had to really contain myself the other day because I got all my V-Star and Starbirth boxes in. I put them all out of the box and you're already fighting not to open them as soon as they come out. And I'll look for any excuse as well. And one
this looks a
came
bit
out
wrinkled.
with one had the seal, the plastic wrap, the shrink, and there was a tiny hole at the bottom of it. Only I had the hole in it. And I'm like,
It's not sealed. Open
and
it.
my justification was, if that ain't a sign, I don't know what is. So I've ripped that and I pulled the Arceus V, the full art, and the gold Arceus in the one box.
In the one box.
Yeah. So I did really well.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's
I did really well. I was like, this is fantastic. I'm fighting not to open the rest of them now.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It's literally when you have a win, you're like, I can keep this hot streak going.
Oh, yeah.
Or I could literally crash and burn. It's either option.
As a shameless plug before we start, obviously, I mean, it's our podcast, so I can do whatever we want, but...
Kick us out if you want.
If you need any TCG accessories, or if you don't know already, we have a whole range of them. You can shop online directly at palmsoffgaming.com.au, or you can pop in and see these guys' lovely faces. They stock our whole range, so and if they don't, you just tell them Darcy will have a word.
He's already had multiple words with me.
Several.
And they'll sort you out. So,
Done.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you lead the way, Scotty.
I'll let me lead the way. You're in trouble now.
Go for it.
So what I think probably the easiest way what we'll do is we'll do the NFL first.
Straight into Pokemon. Very good.
Pokemon.
I was like, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm just gonna put it out there.
I mean, thanks Scott for saving us, because that was
Literally
something I know something about.
It's Joe Burrows. That's really cool. I'm like, it is cool, but I don't know enough about it to see if it's worth it.
Joe Burrows. Pack battle.
Come here. God, they went hard with the glues.
Pack battle.
I like the silver borders for these.
What's everyone's opinion about obviously adding more shiny cards?
Armorage. I like it.
I understand for kids.
Yeah.
For kids. Because when we sell cards on eBay, we put 7 reverse hollows, 3 hollows, and a V card with it. And all the parents the parents send us messages going, that's amazing for the kids. And I'm like, it's 20 cents worth of cards.
Yeah. Isn't that expensive? No.
So I can understand why Pokemon did it from that regards, is because kids see it and they go, oh, it's nice and shiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can really tell who's in charge in here, can't you, Jacob? Literally, like me just holding out them.
Yeah.
Fucking so much glue on these things.
They do have so much glue. They're so hard to open.
At least they're not like peeling apart like they were back in the day. I think they've overcompensated.
Some free code cards for everyone.
Yeah, jump on it. Zangoose used to be my favourite Pokemon. Fun fact.
Why is it not now?
I don't know. Oh, that's cute. A little bread bun dog.
No, I love that bread bun. So funnily enough, when I played Scarlet and Violet, that bread bun dog got me through so much.
Yeah.
It's got
I still haven't played Scarlet and Violet.
Have you? No. So it's got an ability called Well Baked. And it doesn't actually get affected by fire. So you can't overcook this dog.
I'm gonna pick up this food, my god. Tasaguri. Sprigato, sweet.
I was opening Fab packs recently. Fab using the paper packs.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah,
I
so easy to
I don't
open.
understand why more card companies, because this is so much wastage.
Yeah.
Why there's not more paper booster packs.
Yeah. I did like it. I've heard mixed reviews though. Some people like us really like them, then other people just like, I love them. Don't like it.
It's really funny how a pack experience is really important to your opening experience.
Yeah.
Because it's like with the Grand Archive stuff with their Kickstarter, they had a really bad set. And then they've fixed it on the next one. And it shows when I open the new set, I'm like, oh, thank God, I can actually open these things without scissors.
Yeah.
I think that people just don't like the paperbacks because they're different.
I don't like change. I like
Speaking of those trainer galleries, see, look at the artworks. They're just so pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the Armorage before.
So pretty.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah, that is nice.
It's such,
It is not.
Just good artwork.
That's also really good for Pokemon as well.
Cario.
Yeah, Scott, you can open some packs.
Cacturn. Quaxley.
I don't care about the card. I just actually liked it when I was playing Scarlet and Violet.
We had 2 reverse hollows of 2 of the starters so far. It's fantastic.
Have you played the new game?
Yeah. Yeah, beat it. I was a little bit disappointed. Yeah.
Did you also fall into oblivion?
Yeah, kinda. I've got more so thrown into oblivion with the new Zelda game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good?
I love it because you just glue everything together.
Dude, I'm playing Diablo at the moment.
I look at Diablo every time. I've never actually played Diablo, but I know if I did, I'd be lost.
I sunk so many hours into Diablo. It's
like that in Skyrim.
Thousands of hours.
See, I have children. I have no time.
Like I look at it and I'm like, I know if I play this game, I'll lose it.
Gold.
Nice.
That's very nice.
Very good.
Might send that to grading.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone?
I don't know.
Do you know anyone?
Times off grading?
Yeah, times off grading. There we go. There we go.
I heard they're pretty good.
We got there in the end.
Their slabs look like coasters.
Why does it look like a card in a one-touch? Saying that, have you seen that new Japanese grading company?
Yeah, they slab it upside down.
Yeah, they slab it upside down and then they put like a little plate at the bottom and they engrave the plate.
That's pretty cool.
And it comes with a full certificate and everything.
I like it. It's just like it would be a pain in the ass, like flicking through cards.
So you're saying it's not compatible with the 60 count boxes?
Whoa! I mean, it's probably compatible. Oi,
Another trainer.
Pulls. I think you're going to win this. Yeah, definitely going to win this. Great task here. It's fantastic. But yeah, I mean they'll fit, but like you're just not going to be able to flick through the labels as easy. I think it's just going to be,
especially it's upside down. Like it's a really interesting design. Because I think a lot of companies struggle with the whole card versus label thing.
It looks nice though because you treat them like you treat these cards like trophies.
Yes.
There's a nameplate at the bottom of the trophy, so I mean it makes sense to be at the bottom. Looks cool.
Does look cool.
Oh, Toxel, one of the cutest Pokemons ever. Shop it.
Spidops.
Nice.
That was the weirdest thing when I was playing the game. It crawling around in the overworld. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It was like really funny when like I saw like a herd of like those baked dogs. And I was like, a baker's dozen.
I'm sorry, but the term baked dogs just gives me a really funny visualization in my head.
Hey, it could be a baked dog. That's true. There's someone that would do it, wouldn't there? It could be a boiled dog if you're in the UK.
Iron Treads EX, yeah.
Mate, you are.
I'm crushing it.
You are living your best life. That's what you're doing right now.
I was actually due. Usually my pull rate's notoriously bad.
You had a couple of good runs though.
The last few have actually been
really
half
good runs.
decent. Yeah. So I'm due for a loss at some stage, and I had that ripper box of Starbirth. So
yeah,
I think my luck is due to run out at some stage. I like some of the evolution, like methodology of evolution for some Pokemon though in the new game. Different, and some of them are like rarer to find.
I think that was that one, wasn't it? With the baked dog. I keep saying baked dog because I forget the name. But you had to go and do a certain task or something, or walk with it for a certain period of time, and then you get the evolution.
Yeah, there's a few that are like that. Yeah,
and it's really funny because Pokemon do an amazing job of not telling you anything. Yeah, so it's like I didn't know anything.
And basically like an Elden quest, Elden Ring side quest or whatever. They don't tell you anything.
And look, luckily we have the community.
Pawmot is the same thing, I'm pretty sure. Like you have to.
Yes, that is the one you have to walk for. Yeah. Yes, you are correct.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I was literally walking around, and obviously, again, I'm time poor, so I'm like, let's have a look to see what I can find on the internets. And then even when I looked at it on the internet, it's like, just do this, and I kept doing it. I'm like, why the heck is this thing not working?
I just rushed Infinite.
Oh, Infinite, yeah.
Oh, sorry, not Infinite. Annihilate.
Yeah.
I like that slow bro art. I reckon you'd really appreciate this, Jacob.
Same.
I reckon that'd be like a big one for you.
That's great. If it was full art.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's one of the best artworks in the set.
I rate it a lot.
I got a binder at home of like just what I call nice cards. So like cards I just like the artworks of. And I definitely, I pulled that out, that slow bro out and put it in there.
It's cool. It's just so nice. It's like vivid. It's just pretty. Yeah.
Oi.
Nailed it. You guys go.
Look at outside. Outside the box is insane.
Hey, this is what happens when you respect Pokemon.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's nice.
Oh, Dolive. Hell yeah, man, my dude.
There's like a whole bunch of really weird. And this is the thing, right? What happens when Pokemon runs out of things to name? Like, what are you going to do then?
Yeah.
Like Dolive and Olive. And was it Panbun? It's Panbun.
I mean, they'll just do what they do with Ekans and just start spelling shit backwards.
Muck.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're speaking my language.
Darcy's favourite fuel.
Squawkabilly. Some of the names. Nest ball. Mirage again.
That's all yours, bro.
Amazing. Here's your microphone back.
Thank you. There's like the person inside me is just like, clean this table. This table is now full of stuff.
Kills me.
Good pulls.
That's it. We don't need to do better. We did good.
All those are off for rating.
Roshan.
Yeah.
Hot launcher. Crushing it.
That was the one Pokemon in the
This is
game. And I was like,
fantastic.
I am not going to even catch that thing. I just don't even know
I just
what I
love
would
how
do.
they come out and just called it Lechonk. I'm like, yes.
Everyone thought that was like the savior. You know how like Arceus and like
Basically just a snom
yeah,
of the new
100%,
generation.
100%.
Love snom.
We respect the Helix fossils. Like I love Lechonk.
Lechonk's fantastic. He just vibing.
And then they just give him that evolution. It was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Just ruin it. Oh, Mankey. Still sick. I always every game I do Mankey.
Yeah.
Mankey of it.
You Mankey or Primeape?
Sorry?
You Primeape?
I always find a Mankey.
Yeah.
Primeape, yeah.
The new evolution for him was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I like off its head. Yeah. Off its absolute head.
It'll be really interesting to see what they do with the expansions. Because they have to do a lot of work to fix a lot of things.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Did you hear about the Korean-Japan tournament that they ended up kicking out all the Korean people and they didn't register their scores? So that was the only way for their regional qualifier and they had to redo the whole thing.
What?
Yeah. So there was a bug in the system that registered anyone in Korea. They didn't register their scores.
Wow. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think you guys won that by a landslide.
I think we just passed.
Just that's fine. It's cool. Hey, get your own cards. No, they're sick.
Maridon or Coridon.
Yeah. I bought Violet thinking it was, I don't know. You see that you judge it off the art,
actual,
right? And I was like, oh, it looks cooler. But then all the what do they call it?
The Area Zero Pokemon were cooler than the other one.
Way cooler than Scarlet because they were like ancient sort of spec.
oh really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they
Like
were
Great
like
Tusk and everything like that.
yeah, they're like old-esque style Pokemon, whereas the other ones were just like mecha versions.
Yeah.
It was a little bit boring for me. I'm not like a massive sci-fi mecha sort of person.
Yeah, okay.
But like old school dinosaurs. I used to like dinosaurs when I grew up.
I still like dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs are still cool.
No, I went to the museum recently. There's this massive Triceratops fossil skeleton, like fully assembled.
Yeah.
Looks unreal.
That's pretty rad.
Looks so cool.
Yeah. Fantastic. Very good. Thanks, guys, for coming in. I
for
appreciate
having
it
us.
a lot. Always good seeing both your faces. It's sort of double trouble when you guys come in. It's
right.
even better. It's like multiplicative. It's not. I just get excited and then it just multiplies. So thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Thanks for bringing some stuff in to open. Yeah. Anybody watching this, if you haven't checked out TRACON, just check it out. Have a look if that's for you. We'll be there. So you can come and
There's at least one reason to come.
and these beautiful souls will be here as well. Whole team at Palms Off will most likely be there if everybody is available, which I'm pushing for. So it'll be fantastic. I'm very excited for you guys. Well done for putting it together.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
I'm
for
going to
having
be
us.
even more excited to see it. So
Us too.
anything you'd like to sign off with or
No.
no? Cool.
Buy tickets.
Yep.
Buy tickets and
tickets.
visit the boys
Yep.
at Bentley.
Yeah,
Please. What's the
100%.
shop address again?
512 Centre Road, Bentley.
Beautiful.
Come and see the lovely Gabe, Clayton, and Luke Murphy. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice
Good
people.
boys. Very good boys.
Very good boys.
Very good boys.
Fantastic.
Very good boys.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
in and
Thank
thank you
you.
for tuning in. Cheers.